Alhamdulillah, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Welcome, Ahlan. I'm sure you guys are all here saints. And you're very good, righteous people. You've never been to a pub, you've never been to a disco, or never been to a racehorse. Where in a racehorse, where people put bets, it's more expensive and it's better if you sit far from the center. And in the pubs and in disco, I've never been. I'm told that.
Are you sure?
The poor people sit against the wall at the back. You see, and let's say that people say Allah, Allah Akbar, and everybody comes up to the front as a saf. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the Muslims pray like this. Why? Because the angels pray like this. So can I just invite the people at the back to come forward? Maybe the men come closer. Right? And then the women can, maybe some of the women can sit at the back. On the mat. And Abdul Rahman, أهلا وسهلا تفضل. عبد الرحمن تفضل جلس معنا إن شاء الله. قدام يعني. أنا بعرفني معك. Come closer a bit, and the men come closer a bit so that the ladies can sit on the mat at the back there because there's more ladies here. Come closer, please. Come closer. Zaman, so that the ladies will be comfortable to sit at the back there. Ladies, there's some floor sitting over here. Okay, come closer. Now, this is book. Okay, it's for sale, but it's okay, you can use it for tonight's purpose. This will be using this text. Okay? There's one more copy there. Mahdi, you can maybe pass to whoever else. Huh? Is it? Yes. Oh, I didn't see. Okay, bring it on. Okay, then everybody can have a copy. Yeah, take. So everybody can have a copy. I mean, don't take it home. Unless you pay for it. Some of you sit in 15, this is 25, okay? 25 is enough because you guys are coming. I missed it. I knew that a lot. Okay, so this evening session, and everyone, you see this everyone. Anybody who wants to have a copy for your reference for this evening, I will PDF, we pass it in the group. But it's not very convenient to read on PDF. It's more. Okay. We mentioned the purpose of having a school night, and this is not just a talk. People come, sit, listen, feel good, go home. Okay, very clear that we are coming here to learn a type of ta'aleem, so to speak, whereby we increase our depth in gaining knowledge, number one, for our personal self, and number two, as we know that Islam is a chain of knowledge, the golden chain of knowledge that goes all the way back from teacher to teacher, to father to father, teacher to teacher, so forth, all the way to Prophet Muhammad also went to the angel Gabriel and went to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But our teachers can name generation by generation who they took knowledge from. Right? Such is the clarity in the transmission of knowledge in Islam. So therefore there's a sense of authenticity, great sense of authenticity in Islam about where we get knowledge from and so on. So that's number two. So whatever we receive tonight, and other nights and other evenings and elsewhere, the point is to not have it kept, but to be a conveyor, a receiver as well as a conveyor. Or be a portion that you might teach or do whatever, but not us. A portion of it transfer it to someone else. Just continue. Okay? Number three is for us to be a sense of community, so that we don't just come in, media high, buy and go home. If you find out one person here, the spouse or the parent is sick, then our person, all we say is not should be, oh, may Allah give you all the best, inshallah, when you go. Ask it, do you need to send your kid to school? Do you need to send food to your house? So we're not just a community that meets in the mosque or meets in the gathering, but behave as a community. Right? If you go on a nephew that if you know someone that has a cousin who is graduated in engineering, and then you have someone who is in Petronas, say, would you like me to get some help to get a job? Right? Not just, oh, congratulations, oh, tawfiq, Allah. Saying that all things are important to say positive things to people, but how do we manifest it beyond just phrases and lines like that, right? So now we move on to the actual topic. So how to read Mawlid? So let's be clear about certain things first. I will go based on the questions, so I'll clarify based on the questions I've received. Okay, so there was questions about what's the difference between a Mawlid, a Murda, a Hadra, and a Ta'liq. Okay, so it is assumed that all of you have a paper and pen, or that you're holding your phone writing a message of a note, and not someone else containing what the sound. Okay, so let's begin. Let's put it out the category first. Ta'liq. What's a ta'liq? Linguistically, ta'liq just means to say La ilaha illallah many, many times. But when someone says, I'm going to go to a ta'liq, that just means that it's not just La ilaha illallah, there's going to be multiple dhikr. La ilaha illallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, subhanallah, walhamdulillah, walhamdulillah, multiple depends. But then in the case of someone who died, I'm going to ta'liq, right? Or someone who died, I'm going to a ta'liq now. First day, second day, third day, maybe day number 7, maybe day number 40, day number 100, maybe annually. So that's ta'liq. So linguistically, ta'liq just means to say La ilaha illallah many, many times. That means more than twice, at least. If not, typically they did 50 or 100 times. Okay, so that's ta'liq. Okay, that's aside. And then we have hadra. Hadra in different parts of the world are done differently. A hadra means, like how you go to school, teacher calls out the name, Ahmad, Adir, from the same word, Adir, to be the person who is present. So hadra is what one academic author translated as presencing, to be present. Okay? So when you go to a hadra, there's going to be a number of things involved. It could be a dhikr, it could be reading La ilaha illallah, Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad multiple times, maybe 10 times, maybe 100, maybe 1,000. It depends. But typically, you can imagine, so you have a DJ, right? I'm sure you guys know what. You may be texting us a DJ, maybe you will never be, you know these things. You guys are all saints, mashallah. So DJ, he has a set. Okay, so he has 10 turntables. So there's 1,000 songs. DJ Zain will select 20 songs for the night because the theme is as such. The theme is a birthday party and national holiday. So I will select 20 songs. He selects 20 songs. He selects 50 songs. Right? Maybe 50 songs is too much. It's not suitable for the crowd. So the crowd doesn't like his set. I select 20 songs. But I choose the sequence is not suitable. I start with a particular song, but people they need time to warm up, for example. Now he sets a song, he knows how to select the song. Right? He starts slow, then he goes to something that's very famous, and he goes to something simple, something that's fast, and something that's fast. The party peaks. You do know what I'm talking about. And then he slows down, and then he ends with a nice group song, everybody sings along together, and then they feel good and they go home. So one night they listen to his 20 songs, same 20 songs. Another night they listen to my same 20 songs, they like him, they like his song. And then everybody asks, so what were 20 songs that he did? What is those 20 songs? Oh, in what sequence? In this sequence. And then maybe now he's not performing anymore. But people take the same 20 songs, in the same sequence, and then they take it, and then they play the radio, they play the car, they love it, and then other people love it, and it goes around the world, it goes to this country, goes to this country, goes to this country. Then now, 50 couples around the world are listening to the 20 songs that he selected according to the sequence that he did. And then it becomes accepted. And then those people die, their children get that mixtape, they listen to it. And then their children die, they die, and their children take it. So it continues on. So likewise, hadra can also be understood in that context. You and I now, we can all compose hadra. We can say, okay, let's read Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad 20 times. Let's read La ilaha illallah 50 times. Let's do this qasida, let's do this song, let's do that, let's do that. Sometimes it's done solo, sometimes it's done as a group. And then someone looks at it and says, okay, it's good, but it has no impact on him. Right? But keep in mind that the impact we're speaking about now is not about whether or not more charts or more downloads or more than that. It's about the barakah that travels. Because you're talking about divine lights now, right? You'll find that most of the people who author these Mawlids and so forth and others, they are not rich people. Some of them are blind. Some of them live in very difficult conditions. And some of them didn't even want to make the composition famous. But for some reason, it just became boom. They didn't go on the book tour like J.K. Rowling and made it into movies so that more people would listen to the hadra. No. which is what they did when they traveled. Right? For example, the Mawlid that we do tonight is one of those rare situations where it is read by many thousands of people around the world today, many parts of the world, and the person is still alive. In most cases, most of the Mawlids that we read, there's a few other Mawlids that's available over here, most of them have died 200 years ago, 500 years ago, and now it's being read around the world. But not in their lifetime. There are very few scholars, even in modern times and in ancient times, that their work travelled vastly in their lifetime. So it's a very great composition that what this person has done. Okay, so now go back to Hadra. So Hadra, the theme is broad. It can be about the remembrance of Allah, remembrance of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Okay, it can be about remembrance of a particular figure in Islam. Okay, maybe, and it is made of a few things. Typically, it will involve one portion where the Quran is read, and it will involve multiple portions of qasidas being read. Okay, and also dhikr. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah Akbar. Depends, there's multiple types of dhikr. Okay, but my point is the theme here is very broad. It can be about Allah, it can be about Prophet ﷺ, it can be about someone else, or it can be a mixture of a few things. Okay? And again, it's like a DJ. The guy who is composing, curating the Hadra, not everything is from him. Like, he just quoted the Quran, that's from Allah. Okay, he quotes this qasidah from a scholar from another era, from another land. But he's including it, and then he makes it to his mixtape. And then in that, 10 items, for example. One is Quran, maybe there's 5 qasidahs, and there's 3 dhikr, and so on and so on and so on. So it's a curation of things. That's what the scholar does. And maybe he might include his own composition as well. So that's why sometimes use the term composition or curation of the particular author. So the person who wrote it, when we say wrote it, he didn't actually compose every single word. She's definitely playing the role of a DJ in context, but he may or may not include his own works in there. Right? Sometimes typically he would include the works of his teacher and his teacher's teachers. Right? So that's Hadra. Now Hadra, in many parts of the world, especially if you go to YouTube, it involves a very peculiar sort of view. In some cases you see people standing up, some cases you see people standing, some of them they are jumping, some of them are dancing, some of them are going left and right, some of them are moving this way and that way, whatever. There's Hadra in many parts of the world. But as far as we are here familiar with, okay, it doesn't happen often, but we are familiar with many people who organize this meet. Their teachers in Tarim, Hadramut, Yemen, the same place where this came from, their Hadras do not involve standing up at all, let alone moving, let alone jumping, let alone doing any peculiar things. None of that. Okay? Those who do it, do it. Those who don't do it, don't do it. But I'm saying that at least from what we're familiar with, the Hadras we're familiar with, none of them do that. To the point that the other people in other parts of the world call people in Hadramut, you guys don't do Hadra. This is just you sitting down, singing this and that. Because for them, Hadra involves a lot of particular movements, none of which exist in Hadramut. Okay? You might find this in Syria, you might find this in Morocco, you might find this in Egypt. And this has existed for centuries and centuries. Okay? That's Hadra. So don't get. I'm also trying to allude to you that don't get too persuaded by the terminologies. Tahleel, like I said, linguistically means to say La ilaha illallah many times. But that today, in context, it means I'm going through someone's reading for their death. That's Tahleel. Hadra has a sense of presence. So the idea is that you pray 5 times a day, you are now obligated to be present with Allah 5 times a day. Right? You pray 5 times a day. The people who are amazing, they are automatically present with Allah all times a day. Whether they are at work, they are asleep, they are drinking coffee, they are always remembering Allah. So, for example, you drink water, you say Bismillah. These are people who are present with Allah. When they finish drinking, they say Alhamdulillah. Right? But some people like us, and also other people, even them, they do things like this to further facilitate and enhance the remembrance. So on top of the basic sunnah that they know, that you have to say Bismillah when you drink water, the scholars compose hadras, so that the lay people who are typically heedless or find it difficult to be in a state of remembrance can attend these hadras either once a week, once a month, or 3 times a week, so as to further reiterate moments of remembrance of Allah. I think about it when you're watching YouTube, when you're watching your WhatsApp, are you in a state of remembrance or are you in a state of heedlessness? Heedlessness might not be that you're consuming narcotics, doesn't necessarily mean that. Just in a state of absent-minded regarding Allah. So these sunnahs that the Prophet ﷺ had taught us, when you're about to put on your clothes, you read this dua. When you come from the bathroom, you read this dua. When you enter your house, you read this dua. That is a method of hadra, to remind yourself, to be in remembrance. But with the challenges of our times now, further scholars have tried to help us enhance that situation by organizing this thing called hadras. Right? Okay, so that's hadra. Okay, now we get the general kan. Now we get to the two things, burda and mawlid. Burda refers to what is linguistically means a cloak. Okay, it was a set of poems written by Imam al-Busiri. Imam al-Busiri wrote his poem praising the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu. Okay, and he was a great poet that used to impress in the ruler's court, where he would give poetry praising other people and so forth. And then he will be paid for it. Right? As you know, in Islam is a language, it's a religion of language also. Iqra. Language is a big affair in Islam. So poets, even in the Prophet Muhammad's time, used to be paid a good amount for praising people and also for defaming people. There was a hadith, I can't remember, but basically a poet from the non-believers told the Prophet ﷺ that he says, my words can bring you down. And the Prophet ﷺ replied, that which you say is Allah. Meaning it's not you. This is not, what you're saying is not true. So likewise, in the time of Imam Busiri, he used to recite poetry, praising the rulers, praising the emperors, and he'd be paid and he'd be, and so forth. And then at one point he got sick, he got ill, and he was semi-paralyzed. And then in his state of soreness, he wrote a set of a long poem into multiple chapters praising the Prophet Muhammad. And in that dream, a few things happened, of course. One of which is that the Prophet put a cloak on him. And when that cloak was lifted, he was completely healed. Right? And to the point that, and in one thing that happened in the dream is that he had trouble completing a few lines. Prophet came to him in his dream and completed those lines for him. He didn't tell anyone. He did not tell anyone about his dream. But what happened is that a man came to him and said, tell me what he said. And Imam Busiri was like, what do you mean? Tell me what the Prophet said. What were those lines? So this man, who was a stranger, knew that what a dream that Busiri had. And Busiri then told him that line. And then of course, eventually he wrote it up and people got to know about it until today. Across the Muslim lands, across the whole world, people are reading the Burda. So the Burda refers to a specific work done by Abu Siri. So now we covered Ta'leel, we've covered Hadra, and there's the Burda. So the Burda is specific about the Prophet Muhammad. From the Burda, so it's a set of poem praising the Prophet Muhammad. From the Burda, there's this thing called Nadam or Manduma. Nadam or Manduma is similar to the Burda, whereas other scholars have in the past written a poem about other scholars. Whether they have met them or they may have not met them. For example, Habib Abu Bakr al-Bashir al-Adni, the thinker, the Mufakkir, who is a living scholar now, he wrote Manduma, a poem, a set of poems, speaking about the qualities, the manaqib, the virtues of Imam Al-Haddad, a scholar that lived 300 years ago. So a man living in this era wrote a set of poems praising Imam Al-Haddad 300 years ago. And that has been translated by him. He translated into Malay, into poetic pantun form into Malay. Syair. Okay? And there's many. So I actually lost my spectacles, I can't see. If you've got a question. Manduma, so you look in the Arabic dictionary, Noon, Zai, Dot, Nazam, Nazam. So some people say Nazam. Manzuma is a Malay to say, but Manduma. I don't see him. Oh, it's still awake. So that's Manduma. So Manduma then linguistically refers to just basically a set of poems, because at the end Mandum is like a poetic form where it ends with the same alphabets, it ends with the same ending, like that. But it may be dedicated to anyone. So for example, Zain writes a nadam for one, right? For example, But my point is, when you say Buddha, Buddha is specific to Muhammad Sallam. But you say Manduma or Nadam, it can be for anyone. Another context of Manduma is, for example, when Indian scholars of Islam in the past have always memorized books. They would memorize thick books. Hidayah to Hidayah. They memorize many books. A scholar might memorize many books. Sometimes they might memorize it literally, word for word. Sometimes they might memorize it in terms of the essence. Sometimes what some scholars do is that, for example, they take the book of Imam Ghazali, The Beginning of Guidance, Hidayah to Hidayah. It's a long book, say 40 pages. Another scholar, then what he does is that he looks at this book and he writes a poem summarizing the book. So now it's summarized into 40 lines. Instead of 40 full pages, it becomes 40 lines on one page. Other people, because of that poem, it becomes like a song. So other people then just read it, memorize that song, and by virtue of that, they memorize the book. So Mandum or Manduma, another, typically comes in two forms. One is when it praises another person, like the Buddha. The other one is where it summarizes a book. Okay? And by virtue of this, many people memorize books. So for example, the young boy there, over there, he has probably memorized many books. So they have that division. I know for a fact that he attends a school where they teach kids to memorize this. Right? And from there they memorize many books. For example, in fiqh, in Islamic law, there is a famous nadam called the Matan Zubar, written by Ibn Ruslan. The poem summarizes Shafi'i fiqh beginning to end. So a person will memorize his poem and you ask him anything, and we've seen it many times in our teachers, when you ask them, hang on, what are the things that, for example, the conditions of prayer. There are 17 conditions of prayer. But he won't list it like us. One is this, second is that. The scholar will actually say the whole poem. He will say the line, four lines, 4 pages. He will just decide the line. You can memorize the whole line. And then from there, extract. Okay, so the 17 are this. So it's definitive. It's very clear. It's very firm what you memorize. It's not just, I think 17 and then it's this, and then I think number 6 is there. No, it's very clear. Because if he makes a mistake in the poem, but he makes a mistake in the song, but if I were to start a famous song now, 2 lines, most of you can continue remaining. Because it just goes in the tune, right? So same works with the Manduma. So the Zubat, which is a poem, the Manduma that summarizes Shafi'i fiqh, is 1,030 lines. Most students in year, at least what I studied, year 4, they spend the whole of year 4 and year 5 memorizing the poem. Yeah. And by the time they memorize the poem, so when they're year 8, year 9, anytime when they have doubts about this particular question, they have a difficult question, they're not quibbling about the little things, because little things are not at their fingertips. And when somebody says, somebody is making a false statement, says that's wrong. How do you know? Well, because in Zubat, you remember that it says this line, this big. So therefore, it is 15, not what you said 17. It's very clear. So that's Nadam. So I'm correcting Buddha with Nadam or Manduma. Okay? We say Buddha is specifically talking about Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu. But Buddha is specifically referring to Imam Al-Busiri's work. Because Buddha means a cloak, the poem of the cloak. Okay, so that's Buddha. Now last we go to the Mawlid. Mawlid in translation it means the birth. When we say the birth, we don't mean could it be that guy's birth? No. When we say the birth, it's understood as referring to the birth, the most important birth, which is the birth of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu. The greatest moment. So someone says, I'm going to a Mawlid, and mystically what it means that they're going to a gathering whereby they're reciting a text that is typically written in poetic form, in various poetic forms, that speaks about the life and birth of the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu. Okay? There's no such thing as the Mawlid of one, the Mawlid. People don't do that. They don't do that. Okay? And the Mawlid is done, like I said, across many traditions. You find in Morocco, you find in Syria, you find in Egypt, you find in Yemen, and so forth. In the Malay world, you find Barzanji. The Mawlid of Barzanji is very famous. Okay? So typically, the Mawlid will open up with salawat. Okay, I'll break down the format in a bit. So that's the Mawlid. Okay? It just means the word. Whereby, if you take a book of Sirah, you take the book of Sirah of Muhammad Sallallahu, it takes about his life. So the same thing, except that now it's written in poetic form. So don't let any donkey tells you that to read the Mawlid is wrong. Because that's a bit nonsensical. It's okay to read a Sirah book, but it's not okay to read Mawlid. That's just nonsensical because it's taking the Sirah book, writing in poetic form. That's what the Mawlid is. And typically it is read in groups. That's all. I give you another. So some people say this Mawlid is what is written in the text. So you can read the book. I think if you open it, the standard style, at the front it explains regarding the rulings and the practice of the Mawlid. Yeah. So you can read regarding the legal issues or whatever sunnah issues regarding the Mawlid in the book. Okay? Because I just want to get into the process of how to conduct the Mawlid, which is what we're here for today. Okay. So the Mawlid is typically read in the month of Rabiul Awwal, because the Prophet Muhammad was born in the month of Rabiul Awwal, and he passed away in the month of Rabiul Awwal. Most scholars agree that he was born and then he died on the 12th of Rabiul Awwal. Most scholars. But there are also a good amount of other scholars, various multiple minority opinions that think the opinion he had passed away in other dates. But the majority thinks that he passed away on the 12th of Rabiul Awwal. He was also born on the 12th of Rabiul Awwal. So most people will read at least Mawlid once a year on the 12th of Rabiul Awwal. But other people will read it every day in Rabiul Awwal. Or for 1 week in that 12th of Rabiul Awwal, they read it. Some people I know read Mawlid every day. Some people I know, in some cultures, so not just people, some cultures, they read Mawlid in any happy gathering. So the son gets an A class in mathematics. You know, they read Mawlid. Yeah. Right, instead of just saying, oh, congratulations, here's 100 ringgit, or here's a cake for you, the best cakes, and so forth. Instead of, they do that, but instead of doing that, they also do the Mawlid. Someone wants to travel, go to Hajj, or go for holiday in Africa, okay, let's do the Mawlid. And then they also talk about travel. So any chance to use the Mawlid as your tool to gather people, as opposed to people just coming together, chit-chat, take pictures, go home. No remembrance of Allah, or minimal remembrance of Allah. So the Mawlid is also like a tool to ensure that the people will be facilitated that they remember Allah. I give an example. When the scholars, when you see the people are very conscious of Allah, when they get up from sitting gathering, even these two people, they will say, Subhanaka wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. That is the dua that you need before you get up to ensure that in the gatherings, because at the end, it's right at the end and right before you get up, specific, before you get up, you read it. To ensure that in the gathering, Allah is remembered once, at least once. Because why in gatherings where Allah is remembered, it is a garden of paradise, right? The Prophet says that in any gathering where Allah is remembered, it is a portion of paradise, on earth. So they read the dua before they get up to ensure that Allah is remembered in this one. So in many gatherings, Islamic gatherings, where in the whole gathering they speak about Islam, beginning to end, before they get up, they still read the dua. So it's such an establishment, it's not just something, it's so established, it's so firm. Okay, so now we talk about how the Mawlid is broken up. Okay, this is important. Now, the Mawlid has a few parts. At least most Mawlids operate in this manner. Not all, but most Mawlids that you will hear in Malaysia today in Kuala Lumpur operate in this manner. Part 1, it opens with a salawat. Ya Rabbi Salli ala Muhammad, Ya Rabbi Salli alayhi wa sallim. That part. And it goes on, about 10 lines, maybe 20 lines. Okay? That's part 1. Part 2, they recite a portion of the Quran. Okay? And we will see shortly, part 2. Typically you hear in the Fatah like the Fatah Mubin, that ayah and so forth. Okay? That's part 2. Part 3 are the chapters. In this Mawlid we're going to read, there are 4 chapters. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's part 3. So part 3 involves 4 chapters. So part 1 is Salawat, part 2 is the Quranic portion, and part 3 is the chapters. So there are 4 chapters. Okay? Part 5 is part 3, but part 4. Clearly I didn't get the class in that. Part 4 is then the Qiyam, the part where people stand, Mahalul Qiyam, where you will see people stand up. And this is typically in any Mawlid, in the text, where they speak about the birth of Prophet ﷺ. So before that, they might speak about his life, when he received the revelation, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. Now when they're about to speak for his birth, that's when they stand up. Because there's a momentous moment. Okay? So that's part 4. People stand up. And in that part 4, there's a few things involved. We will be doing it shortly. Part 5 is the khatam of the dua, the closing. That's it. Okay? Now, in the text that you have, after the qiyam, after the standing, there will be 4 other chapters. Okay? There will be 4 chapters. However, typically people don't read these chapters. Typically. What they do is that instead of reading these 4 chapters, there will be someone giving a speech, or a few people giving a speech. So that is what typically involves after the standing. Okay? So now what I just went through with you is the basic. Okay, so again, part 1 is Salawat, part 2 is the Quran, part 3 are the 4 chapters, part 4 is the seminar, and part 5 is the closing. This is the basic with regards to this Mawlid. Okay? Once you're familiar with one Mawlid, after that you can take any Mawlid and you can do it. You could not give it the format. So I don't want to talk too much about how other Mawlids do it. Okay? Just want to write it down now. So part 1 is the Salawat. Part 2 is the Part 3 is the 4 chapters. Part 4 is the standing number. Ya Allah.
الرقم عربي.
لا
شهادة الحق.
It's common marker. Well, let's solve that later. The standing, okay? Jul, ada marker whiteboard tak? Ni common marker ni.
Lagi cuka.
Cuka nanti. Now you just give me a pen that we can write. Okay, then number 5 is the closing doa. Ada tak whiteboard marker? Ni betul-betul tak tak? Jangan ni. Fisik. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. Why you people say that if I go to Mawlid in Malaysia today, I don't see this happening. I see a lot more going on. So when you have ice cream, some people put biscuit on top. That's a biscuit. Then they put chocolate syrup. Itu semua extra. Okay, and after that they want some tea. These are all the extras. So this is the basic inappropriate way. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what is it that typically you get additional stuff. So 4 chapters, right? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Okay. Typically, between chapter 1 and 2, over here, there's a qasidah. Sometimes between chapter 3 and 4, there's a qasidah. After the qiyam, after the standing, another qasidah. And then over here, speeches. Okay? Typically, after the standing is a solo qasidah. For few minutes, okay? Solo. These 2 qasidahs typically is group qasidah. So this is where they go and sing and Backstreet Boys. This is where they go. What's the? Okay, I was just listening to what's it. Okay? So the red is the additional. Okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be this way. Now I want to highlight something. The qasidahs are not from the Mawlid. The qasidahs are from someone else. It is picked from maybe a different scholar from a different land or different time. Right? Sometimes they might pick a qasidah written by the same scholar. So for example, this Mawlid written by Umar. So maybe they might do a qasidah by Umar. Okay? Or by his teacher, or by his father, or by his ancestors. Whatever might be the case. But these 2 are groups. And in one qasidah, typically in the proper sense, they will have two. So you know when Pak Daddy did a song, is it More Money, More Problems? And he says, what we're going to do here is switch it up. Of course, you guys don't even know about it. Switch up the beat, for example, right? Where halfway through they change the beat of the song. Or let's say you go first and you go a chorus and you go a bridge, right? So they change the way they sing, but it's the same qasidah. don't rummage around and find, okay, what qasidah is singing? It's the same one, but it's singing in different style. So that's the group ones. But in the solo qasidah, they don't change the key. Typically, they don't change. It's the same key from beginning to end. Okay? Now, so that's a normal one. But for example, if it's Rabiul Awwal, the qasidah that they sing will be specifically about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, written by whoever, by whoever. If it's a Sha'ban, they will probably read a qasidah regarding Ramadan because Ramadan is coming. If it's a Dhul Hijjah, they might sing qasidah connected to Hajj, or connected to Makkah, or connected to Madinah. So by virtue of being there and listening to these things, it sets the atmosphere. So you might not be at Hajj, but Hajj is being remembered. You know how some people, they might not realize that Hajj is happening, you know. So for example, in Sha'ban, in the whole month of Sha'ban, all qasidas sung are regarding Ramadan. So the preparation for Ramadan is that any gathering you go, whenever you see the qasidah, is about Ramadan. So it's thematic in a sense. So it's maybe about Isra Mi'raj, maybe it's depends. It depends on the date, right? Sometimes they might take a qasidah of a scholar that just passed away last week, or he passed away last week 50 years ago, or 300 years ago, but they celebrate it. So people are remembered. The dead are not just whatever, people are remembered. Okay? So that's why the duty of the person singing qasidah is actually very heavy. Because he needs to be very aware of what's happening and what's what. And sometimes the scholar or the elder in front might just point to the guy who's singing, sing this. And the guy has to on the spot, from memory, sing it. Right? So people typically don't call themselves a qasidah reciter unless they memorize 100 qasidahs from memory. That's just memorization of qasidah. By qasidah being told. And then he has to know how to recite it. There's a way to recite it. If it's a party, it's like this. If there's elders in the gathering, it's like this. If it's a gathering of young people, it's like this. If it's a gathering to khatam a particular book, you recite this. If it's after a death, you recite this. If it's Ramadan, so the one guy, for example, the hosted him once, the qasidah Khatafani, he showed me 8 different ways to recite it, and he named to recite it as a specific way to do it. Okay, so that's it. So what we need to do tonight, shortly, we need to start. What time is it? How long time? 9:30. Okay, we're going to do this quick, but you see how fast this will finish. Okay, forgive me. We're going to do the salawat. Typically, the salawat is repeated. If you open your book now, okay. Page. Now I'm looking at the paging of Arabic Mawlid, the bottom there. That paging, okay? So Arabic Mawlid 1. Okay? It's a Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Rabbi Salli ala Muhammad, Habibika Shafi'il Mushaffa. So normally one person reading it will read it, and the whole crowd will repeat it. We're not doing that. Because we're trying to keep it in the most simplest manner. Okay? So we're just going to read one line by line together. That's it, once. No repetition. Okay? And then we move on to the Quranic part. Of course, it's only once. We go on to the 4 chapters. And then we do the Qiyam. Now go to the Qiyam, which is Arabic Mawlid, page 11. Okay? So on that book, the whole link, page 11, Arabic Mawlid. Over here in this book, it gives 2 versions. Let's not complicate ourselves. We can go back and read exactly what it's referring to. What we're going to be doing tonight is Arabic Mawlid 1, page 11. Okay? And then from page 11, you go to page 14. This is again the most simplest way, and this is the way where they do it in Arabic school. So I'm just sticking to the most origin source. There are multiple variations, and there's nothing wrong with that. So from page 11 later, when the standing part happens, page 11, and then we'll go to page 14, the chorus. There you go, another version of the chorus Qiyam. Okay, Arabic. And then after that, from there, you see there's a few more chapters. We're going to skip all that. We're going to go to page 22. I'm going to do that. So this is 22. This is 11 and 14. The 4 chapters, they begin at page 3. The Quran is also on page 3, and the Salawat is on page 1. Okay? So Salawat is on page 1. The Quran is on page 3. I mean, you can see it. It's not. 4 chapters are in page 3. The standing is on page 11, and again on page 14. Okay, when it ends, it goes to 14, and closing dua is page 22. Okay, so we need to do that. So anytime when you're at home, when you're alone, when you're with a friend, or with a few friends, anytime you want to read it, instead of just sitting there for 3 hours and talking about whoever and whatever. This from one hadith is that من حسن الإسلام ترك ما لا يعني. From the best of Islam is a person who leaves what doesn't concern him. Which is why traditionally what I observe is that when people visit each other, they keep the visit short. Different like you're visiting parents, you're just spending time with parents. I'm saying within people. Hi, how are you? Okay? Once you find everything okay, because anytime you find adab is a placement of right place and right things at the right time, right? Right time also means duration, not just at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., no, 8 p.m. to 15 p.m. Anytime you find that when you hang out with someone a little longer than you should, typically the conversation goes to somewhere dangerous, where you backbite other people, where you speak about things that do not concern you, speak about politics and speculation, and, I heard that politician did this, I heard this. You heard, you're backbiting another person, you're not gossiping, that's backbiting. You're eating another man's flesh, in essence, right? So I'm just saying that I'm just trying to offer that Mawlid also can be a way to offer an activity in our meetings when we meet people. It need not be Rabiul Awwal, it need not be the performance of someone's birthday, it need not be there. Okay, so Bismillah, we'll start this, حضرة النبي اللهم صل وسلم. الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Amin. Follow the light. It's not just follow text. More important is try to understand. يا ربي صل على محمد حبيبك شافع المشفع. يا ربي صل على محمد على الورى ركبة وأرفع. يا ربي صل على محمد حسن البرايا جاء وأوسع. يا ربي صل على محمد مظلوم يا ربي غير مهيا. يا ربي صل على محمد وعافينا واشفي كل موجع. يا ربي صل على محمد واصلح القلب واعف وانفع. يا ربي صل على محمد وفي المعادي واصرفه ودع. يا ربي صل على محمد معل بحسنك الممنع. يا ربي صل على محمد واغفر عنا رضاك الارفع. يا ربي صل على محمد واجعل لنا في الجنان مجمع. يا ربي صل على محمد واغفرنا خير خلقك اجمع. يا ربي صل على محمد. يا ربي صل عليه وسلم. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى اله. اعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصر الله نصرا عزيزا. لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم. فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي هدانا بعبده المختار من دعانا إليه بإذنه وقد نادانا لبيك يا من دلنا وهدانا. صلى عليك الله ذلك الذي بك يمشفع الصلاة وأبانا. مالك الأبحار نعد من سرك الأسماء فهم سبل النجاة حمانا. وعلى صحابتك الكرام حماة دينك أصدقهم
صلى الله عليه
وتابعين لهم بصدق ما هذا
ووجد هيئة الأشياء صلى الله عليه
والله ما ذكر الحبيب لدى المحب إلا وضحى وإلهنا
أشوانا صلى الله عليه
أين المحبون الذين عليهم بذل نفوسهم عن
نفائسها صلى الله عليه
لا يسمعون بذكر طه المصطفى
إلا به النعشوا وأظهرنا صلى الله عليه
فاحتاج بالأرواح تشكو اللقاء وتحل
أسأل ربها رضوانا صلى الله عليه
حال المحبين كذا فاسمع لي سيار المشرق ورح في
آذانا صلى الله عليه
وانزل إلى أوصاف طه المصطفى
واهدر قلبك يمتلئ وجدانا ربنا صل وسلم دائما على حبيبك من إليك دعانا اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله
صلى الله عليه
تبعنا الله فقال جاءكم نور
فسبحان الذي أنبانا صلى الله عليه
فنور طه عبده من به في ذكره أعظم به من نانا
صلى الله عليه
هو رحمة المولى تأمل قوله
فليفرح وقلوا به فرحانا صلى الله عليه
مستمسكا بالعروة الوثقى
ومعتصما
بحبل الله
لمن أنشانا صلى الله عليه
واستشعرا أنواع من قيل متى قلت نبيا قال آدم كان
صلى الله عليه
بين التراب وبين ماء فاستفيد بالغفلة عنك وقل يبقانا
صلى الله عليه
واعبر إلى إسرار ربي لم يزل ينقلني بين الخيار وصانا
صلى الله عليه
لم تفترق بين من شعبتي إلا أنا في غيرها حتى خروجي أنا
صلى الله عليه
فأنا خيار من خيار قد خرجت من نكاح بإله صانا
صلى الله عليه
طهره الله حمانا واختاره وما براك به إنسانا
صلى الله عليه
وبحبه وبذكره والنصر والذي وغير رب العرش يا ربنا صل وسلم دائما على حبيبك من إليك دعانا
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله
السلام عليكم. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله
صلى الله عليه
هذا وقد نشر الإله نعوته في الكتب بين لها تبيانا
صلى الله عليه
أخذ ميثاق النبيين لما
آتيتكم بالحكمة إحسانا صلى الله عليه
وجاءكم رسولنا لتؤمنن وتنصرون وتصبحون أعوانا
صلى الله عليه
قد بشروا أقوامهم
بالمصطفى عظم بذلك رتبة ومكانا صلى الله عليه
فهو وإن جاء الأخير مقدم يمشون تحت لواء من نادانا
صلى الله عليه
يا أمة الإسلام أول شافع
ومشفع أنا أقول لا أتوانا صلى الله عليه
حتى أنادى ارفع وسل تعطى وقل
يسمع لقولك نجم فخرك بانا صلى الله عليه
ولواء حمد الله جل بيدي ولا ولن
آتي أنا الجنان صلى الله عليه
واكرم الخلق على الله أنا فلقد حباك الله
منه حنانا صلى الله عليه
ولسوف يعطيك فترضى جل من
معيد تراصع عنك وبرهانا صلى الله عليه
بالله كالرزق وصف محمد كما تزيع عن القلوب الرانا يا ربنا صل وسلم دائما على حبيبك من إليك دعانا
الله وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. لما دنا وقت البروز لأحمد عن إذن من ما شاءه قد كان، عملت به الأم الأمينة بنت وهب من لها على الإله مكانا. من والد المختار عبد الله بن عبد المطلب رأى البرهان، قد كان يأمر نور طه وجهه وسرى إلى الابن المصون عيانا. وهو ابن هاشم الكبير الشهم بن عبد مناف بن قصي كان، والده يدعى حكيما شانه بل اعتلى عزيز بذلك شانا. واحفظ اصول المصطفى حتى ترى في سلسلات اصوله عدنانا. فهناك كف واعلم برفعه الى اسماعيل كان لابي معوانا. وحينما حملت به آمنة لم تشك شيئا يأخذ النسوانا. وبها أحاط اللطف من رب السماء أبصى الأذى والهم والأحزان. ورأت كما ترجى ما علمت به أن المهيمن شرف الأكوان. بالطهر من في بطنها فاستبشرت وذا المخاض فأتبعت رضوانا.
سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر.
سبحان الله
الحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر.
سبحان الله
الحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر.
سبحان الله
الحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم في كل لحظة أبدا على خلقه ورضا نفسه وزنة عرشه ومداد كلماته. وتجلت الأنوار من كل الجهات وقت ميلاد المشفع حانا. وإلى فجر أبرزت شمس الهدى ظهر الحبيب مكرما
ومصانا. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك، يا رسول الله صلوات الله عليك، يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك، يا رسول الله صلوات الله عليك. أبرز الله المشفع صاحب القدر المرفع، فملا النور النواعي رسول الله عما كل الكون أجمع. يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك، يا رسول الله صلوات الله عليك. نكست أصنام الشرك ومن الشرك تصدع، ولنا وعد الهداية برسول الله، وحبا الكفر تزعزع. يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك، يا رسول الله صلوات الله عليك. مرحبا أهلا وسهلا الحسين مرحبا فعليك الله صلى مرحبا ما بدا النور وشعشع مرحبا مرحبا يا نور عيني مرحبا مرحبا جد الحسين مرحبا وبك الرحمن نسأل وإله العرش يسمع مرحبا مرحبا يا نور عيني مرحبا مرحبا جد الحسين مرحبا اغفر لي ذنوبي يا الله بركة للهادي مشفع يا الله ربي فاغفر لي ذنوبي يا الله ببركة الهادي المشفع يا الله يا عظيم المجد يا رب يا الله شلنا بالمصطفى اجمع يا الله ربي فاغفر لي ذنوبي يا الله ببركة الهادي المشفع يا الله وبه فانظر إلينا يا الله واهدنا بكل مطمع يا الله ربي فاغفر لي ذنوبي يا الله ببركة الهادي المشفع يا الله واكفنا كل البلايا يا الله وادفع الآثار وارفع يا الله ربي فاغفر لي ذنوبي يا الله ببركة الهادي المشفع يا الله صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم واسقنا يا ربنا بحياة الله الرحمن صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم واعطني الأمر بحسنى واسقني الأمر ومرجع صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وصلى الله عليه وسلم حسن التجمع صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وصحابة السنة صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله صلى الله
So before we that's it. Now we're going to move to the closing dua and we're going to finish. There's something I need to highlight is that this is also read by children, which is why the second chapter I made a small boy read. So it's something that everyone can read. Don't say I can't read this because of this. No, just everyone's going to start somewhere. Okay? Trust me, I can read a bit of this thing. Number two is that if you look at the Qiyam earlier when we were reading, you know, marhaban, marhaban, ya nuru aini, marhaban. So that's where the crowd tends to come in. Again, it's not the mask. It's just more like a push the bomb, for the boom, boom. And it says, Ya Azim al-Man, Ya Rab, Ya Allah. So you see that portion? It's speaking to Allah. Right? We read the translation, Oh my Lord, forgive me for my sins, with the blessing of the interceding guide. Right? And then you come, who's interceding guide? It's referring to the Prophet Muhammad. So each portion has its own theme, and who is speaking to, who's speaking about. So try to have a closer look at this thing when you have the time later. And the third point is that dinner will be soon after this, supper. So we're going to do a closing dua, and then perhaps when the dinner is happening, we might sing one or two poems, but that's not part of it. Okay? So I just wanted to say that before we do the closing dua. Typically, the closing dua is read by either the most scholarly person in the room or the eldest person in the room. The eldest is only preferred. Why the Prophet Muhammad said, those who do not honor the elders are not from among us. That means you're not from among the Muslims. Those who do not honor the elders. Okay, we're not people that put aside our poor people. We learn from them, we take from them, we put them forward. Page 22. Hello, are you hearing me okay? Hello? Okay, sorry. So normally in this part, like I said, speeches are normally done. After the Qiyam, after the standing, one qasidah. So if you're going to choose to read one poem in the whole of the Mawlid, this is the best time to do it. If you're going to add on another one, read it after chapter 2. If you want to read 3 poems, read it after the standing, chapter 2 and chapter 3. If you're going to ever read one poem for the whole Mawlid, this is the best time to do it. After the standing. And then the speeches come. I want to say, you might be in a gathering where there's no teacher in the room, or there's no older person in the room, and it's a bit awkward for that person to give like a lecture, like a talk. I know this, in a scholarly circle where there are scholars in the room, what do? They actually read tafsir. They open a book of tafsir in the Quran, and for half an hour they read the book of tafsir. No commentary, everything is left on the book. Everybody holds a copy of the book. A person reads 2 paragraphs, this guy reads 3 paragraphs, 1 paragraph, 4 paragraphs. Sometimes people read Sirah, sometimes people read Hadith. 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 1 minute. It's fine, even if it's 1 minute, it's fine. But don't feel, I'm not going to give a talk, I can't give a talk, I'm shy. Or I don't know who between my 2 uncles, who should I ask? Just read the book, it's fine. Okay? Or you can go straight to the closing. If you're short of time, go straight to the closing. So it's flexible in that sense. But the core text is this. This is the core. It just to highlight that part. So now we read the closing dua. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. ولك أشرت لنعت من أوصافه تهي القلوب تهيج الأشجان. صلى الله عليه. الله قد أثنى عليه فما يساوي القول مما أو يكون ثناء. صلى الله عليه. لكن حب في سرائرك الدعاء لمديه صفوة ربنا وحدانا. صلى الله عليه. امتزجنا بمغربها هنا نرفع أيدي ثغرنا ورجانا. صلى الله عليه. الواحد الأحد العلي إلهنا متوسلين بمن إليه دعانا. صلى الله عليه. مختاره وحبيبه وصفيه زين الوجود به إله حبانا. صلى الله عليه. يا ربنا
يا ربنا بالمصطفى قلنا أجب دعوانا. يا الله
أنت لنا يا ذخرنا في هذه
الدنيا وفي أخرانا. يا الله
أصلح لنا الأحوال واغفر ذنبنا ولا تؤاخذ ربي إن أخطأنا. يا الله واسلك بنا في نهج طه المصطفى ثبت على قدر الحبيب خطانا. يا الله أرنا بفضل منك طاعة
أحمد في بلدة عين الرضا درعانا. يا الله
واربط به في كل حال حبلنا وحبال من ود
ومن والانا. يا الله
والمحسنين ومن أجاب نداءنا وذوي الحقوق وغالبا أوصانا. يا الله والحاضرين وسائيا في جمعنا نحن
بين يديك أنت ترانا. يا الله
ولك رجوناك فهجد سؤلنا واسمع بفضلك
يا سميع دعانا. يا الله
وانصر بنا سنة طه في بقاع الأرض واجمع كل من عادانا. يا الله انظر إلينا واسقنا كأس الهنا واشفي عافيات من مرضانا. يا الله اغفر لنا حاجاتي واحسن ختمنا عند الممات
وأصلح عقبانا. يا الله
يا ربي واجمعنا
وأحباب لنا في دارك الفردوس يا رجوانا. يا ربي واجمعنا وأحباب لنا في دارك الفردوس يا رجوانا. يا ربي واجمعنا وأحباب لنا في دارك الفردوس يا رجوانا.
بالمصطفى صل عليه وآله
ما حركت ريح الصبا أغصانا. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
الله
وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيد المرسلين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا خاتم النبيين. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا من أرسلك الله رحمة للعالمين. ورضي الله تعالى عن أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين. آمين.
اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وسلم. الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. So 25 minutes or less. So now we have some food. If you want to buy the book, it's 25 ringgit. Otherwise, you can leave it there. Some new books came in just today. You have a look on the table there. Other than that, forgive me for my shortcomings. Inshallah, this will be recorded. It will be uploaded within 2 weeks, I think. Thank you, Umrah TV, for coming by, and Mukha Cafe for hosting this. Allah barik fiik. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.